Hi guys, welcome to Garden Dialogue, and boy do we have a show for you today. Depending on your personal views and all that stuff, this could be a somewhat controversial show. I had a very interesting interview at the beginning of the week, which we'll be showing you in just about 10 minutes.
With who?
With Reverend Juan Morales of a Unification Church. And
The Unification Church.
the Unification Church. And I just want to point out that I myself do not subscribe to these beliefs. They can be very nice if you resonate with them. I do not. There are some things I find very nice and all that, but I'm too much of a free spirit to be a part of a Unification Church, basically. And personally, I promote everyone's free spirit. Everyone should be making their own decisions.
Me too.
And the only real unity there is accepting everyone else's beliefs while you completely fulfill your beliefs. Does that make any sense?
Absolutely, absolutely. And I too, I agree. You know, I've never ever subscribed to any form of any type of organized religion. I'm very much into, free spirit.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm. I'd like to say that they were very kind to me, and I believe that it is the vibrational frequency that I had at the time, which was quite high and quite nice, and I felt good. So I believe when you have that frequency, no matter who comes into your experience, the situation can always come out just fine. They never gave me any trouble or anything like that. And I may see them again for the purpose of this show. Who knows? Maybe we'll have interviews with some of other people from that organization just to get other points of views. And once again, this is not something that I subscribe to myself. I'm also very kind to them back in the interview, while being very clear, respectfully, that I do not subscribe to much of their beliefs. I guess, when did this start? In the 1950s?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. This organization you may know of by reference of the Moonies, right?
Yes, they're more commonly known in public domain as Moonies.
Okay,
yes.
Not to be disrespectful, of course. And what's very interesting is that me and David really had, after I did the interview and he filmed it, we really had a friction about this and the direction of where this show was going, which was very interesting.
Yes. It was a great learning experience.
Yeah. And and for me too. But there was lots of friction there, and I guess you could say, I don't want to put words in your mouth, I don't want to create your feelings, only you can do that. I guess you were feeling a little bit uncomfortable, you could say. I don't know if that would be the right way to say it, but in layman's terms, that's the only way I could describe it. He seemed, I guess, at the time I used the word agitated. He seemed a bit agitated about everything, and while I don't subscribe to their belief, I just felt fine about it. This is an interview for Garden Dialogue. I looked at it as an interview. No more, no less. Okay, so, do you want to read our disclaimer, or?
Well, I think it's important for me to just kind of respond to what you just said.
Okay.
It's true that I did feel a level of discomfort about this particular interview, and it's important that our viewers know that where I come from is I'm very much into free will, and whenever I just don't feel that it's right for people to infringe their beliefs onto other people. I think that everybody really kind of holds the truth within themselves, and it's just a matter of them remembering. But this is an interview with
Reverend Juan Morales.
Reverend Juan Morales, and he is a minister for the Unification Church. I want to just take a moment to offer our viewers viewers the opportunity for more details of the teachings and self-proclamations presented by Reverend Sun Myung Moon, who is the actual founder of the Unification Church. So please stop by our official MySpace page at myspace.com/Garden Dialogue for more insight into this movement. It's never my intention, as I think that Mikey agrees with this, to persuade or even question any individual in their choices on this subject or any subject for that matter. But this is the particular subject that we're going to be covering today. I, however, felt, and still feel that it's important that although some of the things that the Reverend and his ministers advocate can be quite beautiful, there is indeed another scope to be revealed. And, if our viewers take the time to, just kind of scour the web, you're going to find a lot of facts on there. And then we're also going to put a few things up on our website, specifically just quotes from the Reverend himself. Because
not the Reverend that we interviewed, but Sun
Myung Moon.
Okay.
Yeah. It's important to note that when you're checking those quotes out, and you'll see this up there when you see this, that when anyone from this organization is referring to the Father, or the Second Advent, or the True Parents, that they are speaking in reference to Sun Myung Moon, who is the founder of Unification Church. So Unification Church was founded in 1954 by Sun Myung Moon, which has, like you said, led to the referring of his followers as Moonies. He moved to America in 1959, where he established his international headquarters. He was born in Korea in 1920. Moon claims that in 1936, when he was 16, Jesus Christ appeared to him on Easter morning on a mountainside in northwestern Korea and told him that God had chosen him for the mission of establishing the kingdom of heaven on earth, a mission that Christ had only begun. And Christ supposedly then told Moon that he would be the completer of man's salvation by being the second coming of Christ. So after World War II, Moon returned to Pyongyang, which is the capital of communist North Korea, where he set up his first church in 1945.
Again, I don't subscribe to this. I don't find it very threatening, though. I mean, I choose not to worry about it or anything like that, and I may even see them again for just purposes of having them on the show. And I don't feel threatened, like I said. What can I say? I mean, it's going to be an interesting interview, and I wanted to point out that what you said is straight from their website, no?
Yes, the official title of the Unification Church and the description of the web of who they are, does come directly from their website.
And what did I want to say about that? In the interview, you'll see that he answers the questions, but so it sounds pretty to the ear. Okay? So it's sort of like dragging you in, pulling you in, if you were going to join this church. And then at some point, after, for lack of a better term, have been brainwashed, then they will let you know that Sun Myung Moon is basically doing the work of Jesus, right? Something like that.
Well, actually,
but they don't say that in the interview. Is my point? They don't say that in the interview.
I mean, just to quote Sun Myung Moon. Let's see. There are several quotes, that have led us to the things that are going on within this man's mind. So he has been quoted as, this is one of the quotes that you'll find on our website: "No matter how difficult your situation may be, you have to follow the Lord of the Second Advent completely." Now,
Which is him.
Reverend Sun Myung Moon believes that he is the Second Advent, and so that just kind of gives you an indication of where this person is coming from. He does believe that he is the Messiah.
Mhm.
And at some point, you know, his followers are led to believe that he is the Messiah as well.
Okay. I actually don't even have a problem with that. You can subscribe to whatever the hell you want to subscribe to.
Absolutely, free will.
However, he doesn't necessarily say all this stuff in the interview. He's a darling man. He was really kind and really nice, and I was kind back. And anyone who's kind to me, that's all I have for them is kindness back.
Yeah.
I don't care what you subscribe to. I don't subscribe to it though.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you guys ready for this interview? All right.
Garden Dialogue.
Moon interview.